Alright guys, so this is partially the finished result of this whole experiment with a shower curtain, or I like to call it a tarp. Essentially, that's what it is. I was saying earlier that it's not long enough, basically. I mean, obviously, that's pretty obvious. So, I'm going to get another one tomorrow, maybe even tonight, and I'll remove this clean cardboard here, because I put that down temporarily to keep the wood clean, act as a barrier. And then I'll get another one and do exactly what I'm doing here. So basically, look, I overlapped it on purpose over here because it's a liner, so it's pretty wide. And I actually used a type of shipping tape or something, got a lot of that, and taped it to the sides. I'm gonna fold the corners in a little bit there, tape it there. And then this is not as overlap, but just enough. Taped it there. And then do the same thing over here. And then as you guys see here, it's really, really overlapped over here. Sure, I could cut it, but I'm not going to. Because this stuff, unfortunately, every time I walk out of here, whether I'm wearing shoes or I'm barefoot, I'm barefoot. I'm always barefoot because I will not step on birds. I need to know what I'm stepping on, okay? If I'm wearing shoes, I have no senses as to if there's a feather, if there's a tail. I need that extra sensory to know what's going on under my feet. So, anyways, get back to the point. I'm leaving it like this because it's perfect. It acts like a net, almost. It contains it. So, it's not perfect. Obviously, I'm sure when I step over it, I'll have a few pieces of corncob stuff falling on the floor, but it's going to minimize it. That's the point. So I really like that. Plus, these guys are really quiet. Unless they're flying around and I can hear the sound of the wings, they can fly out and I can hear them, right? But there have been so many times I've lost count as how many times they have quietly just lined up like a little flock and just very sweetly and quietly walked out of the aviary. I mean, just walked on out. Like, I will forget the door open. I mean, that's the truth. I do that a lot. I really shouldn't forget that, but it happens. So when I've left the door open, they will just quietly file on out. And I can't hear them. And then in 10 seconds, I turn around and there's a big flock standing in my living room, walking around. I'm very fortunate that my little puppy, Nala, is a cheapoo, and she weighs, all of 9 pounds, and she's afraid of them, so she knows not to go near them. So I don't have like a Doberman or like that where it's going to attack the birds, so I'm very fortunate for that, but here we are. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's going to work. It looks really good. So this right here is temporary. This is going to go, and then it'll be just the entire thing will be like this, and I really, really like it. It looks really clean. It looks really sanitary. And I'll be honest, the bag right here, the bag of this stuff that I just poured in there, is way better than the last bag. The last bag had big pieces in it. Sorry, that's my 3-year-old. There. It had big pieces of crushed corn cob. Wow, it was like stepping on rocks. It was horrible. This stuff is a lot more finer, so I don't know if just the processor for this stuff was not working right with the bag that I had before. I'm really happy with the batch I got now, so I'm hoping that'll continue because, I was thinking I was going to have to deal with like really horrible, I'm stepping on gravel feeling. Softer the better, I'm sorry about the tree stand, man. I cleaned it up and it gets stained, and then I get the poop off and I get the spray and I put it on there and I wipe it up, and it's a lot. So still could wipe that down. And so it goes. Not the prettiest looking thing, but it is what it is. And obviously they don't have enough food in here. I'm missing the tray. There's a tray that I put underneath their food, so that when they toss it won't go everywhere. So I'm looking for that right now before I put in their main food dishes. So here we go. That's what's going on there. So I'm pretty excited, and sorry if I bored you, yeah. Anyone who stuck around for this video, I appreciate it. I'm sorry if it's boring, but just another day at Majestic Doves Aviary. Thanks for listening.